I say so. We haven't even touched on vacancy rates.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Yeah. So tell us about what's a good vacancy rate?
I aim for 3% and below.
And vacancy rate is obviously rent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the number of properties that are in that area that are listed for rent compared to the number of properties that are actually in it. So that if there's 100 houses in that suburb and there's 3 that are up for rent, we show a vacancy rate of 3%.
Okay.
The reason why I say 3% is that's a leading growth indicator because it's a tight vacancy rate, which generally leads to there's only 3 available houses to rent. People are trying to get in there and they're going to pay a higher rent.
The demand.
And so the demand goes up, and then often you get the shift of when rents keep going up, renters turn into owner-occupiers, and owner-occupiers are the emotional buyer, and that grows capital value. At the moment in Australia, I mean, our nationwide vacancy rate is sitting around 1.2%, so record lows. And
buy anywhere in Australia then.
And this is
just joking, guys. Just joking.
Don't do that. God damn.
Yeah.
That's sort of the key issue in Australian politics, I feel, at the moment, is that, and why I'm so bullish on the property market, is that we're record low vacancy rates around Australia. People are living in cars, caravans, tents, and we've had a massive supply constraint throughout this, COVID lockdown, control the people period.
And also through that, there's other things like inflation, harder for building costs, and there's a lot in that. It's a shame.
Supply levels were tough, right? And then you've got tradespeople too, where there's not enough tradies at the moment in Australia to service people's needs. So their hourly rate goes up. Obviously, if they're in high demand, you put your rates up.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm seeing, like the underlying core issue in the market. That it's really sad to see. To be fair, like people are struggling. But then from a asset selection point of view, those that have the smarts to save enough money to get into the property market, they're going to do quite well as a result of it. So it's just unfortunately that classic case of the rich get richer and the poor get poorer.
Yeah.
Which side of the fence do you want to be on?
Which is why we're here to educate people so they can jump onto building their own resources so they can help more people, I guess.
Yeah. And lifestyle by design is